on the Wado Radio Show.
Yes, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry. And, man, I got my brother with me on the line, man. Producer extraordinaire. He's got a dope website, too, man. Marv4MoBeats is with us on the line. What's up, big homie?
Hey, man. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm
well.
I'm great myself, brother. I'm great myself, man. I'm excited, man. We working together on this showcase, this producers conference, man.
Yeah, man. It is an exciting time, bro. Man, I'm excited. I'm nervous and everything, man. So it's been a long time coming, bro. And God couldn't have picked a better dude to partner up with up on this endeavor, man. So I definitely appreciate you coming on board, man, and we working together, and it's the most important thing, building a relationship through it all.
Man, yeah, man. That's I appreciate the kind words, but two, man, the fellowship has definitely been dope, man. And I remember when we kind of first started talking about this was kind of something that you wanted to do, and I was just like, yo, bro, like I would be so down to help you bring this to fruition. And I'm thankful that, you know what I'm saying, you was like, yo, let's work together on it. Because, you know, a lot of times we don't always work together in the community, man. And, you know, you kind of modeling that,
right,
bro.
Right. And, man, you know, I was doing a little video that I was going to post up on Facebook, you know, kind of just talking about on those saying notes, Wado, you know, just basically saying that, well, the point that the statement that I made is, amongst producers, there's a disconnect, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of unity, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, and even as you making that statement,
yeah,
you know, there is a disconnect when it comes to just unity in general,
sure,
unless you with a squad or you part of a crew or a clique or whatever, man. So, you know, it is good. It's dope to be able to see the scripture in Psalms 133, I believe, where God said that, you know, how he loves to see us dwell in unity.
Yeah.
I know I'm just paraphrasing the scripture. But, you know, it is a good thing that, when, you know, brothers in the Lord, I mean, you're just a body in Christ, you know what I'm saying, can come together, for a common goal. So, I mean, and my thing is, shoot, man, the more the merrier, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the most, for the lack of better words, I'm not the most thinkable person when it comes to putting stuff together. So, you know, if it wouldn't be for my wife, man, I always say if it wasn't for my wife, that wouldn't be a Marv4MoBeats. Because, I mean, she really was the brain and the one that gave the to do it. So to be partnering with you, to just have another brain saying, okay, well, let's do it this way to make it come together, man. I am grateful to have that, man. So yeah, definitely, man. I'm glad that you came on board. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, I don't even want to say co-label, but we partner, because, you know, it's like this when we first talked about it. You said, I mean, in conversation, it's something you wanted to do for the DJs.
Yep.
You know, it just makes sense. It just made sense to do that, because back in the day, and I think we was talking about when we first talked about this, how the DJ was the producer.
Yeah.
The DJ was the producer and the engineer. Yeah. So it all works hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, so it just makes sense to do that.
Absolutely, man.
So,
that scripture, how good and pleasant it is when God's people dwell together in unity or live together in unity, as some of the translations. Man, it's so true, bro. It's so true. It's so necessary, man. Just share with everybody real quick, Marv, like just some of your initial vision behind this conference, the showcase that's taking place March 19th, Austin, Texas, South by Southwest, Carver Cultural Center, free event, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. But, man, just talk about the vision a bit, bro.
Well, man, let me start by saying this. I've always let me start by letting people know what I believe God had set me out to do, even in this whole producer / ministry endeavor, because a lot of people may see me, as just a producer. I work with a lot of people, but a lot of people may not know, man. This is a lot of ministry for me too.
Sure.
And I get emails and I get inboxes, on Facebook, man. All the time, people have questions and answers. And, be needing encouragement when it comes to how to function as a producer and not being discouraged and how you do it. And I remember when I first started this, man, God said that I was going to be a producer for the least of the producers. And meaning that I would be sort of like an advocate for other producers, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I've been able to, have my fair share of working with, established artists and stuff, but I really believe that the call to this whole thing or why I make music was to be able to help other producers. So the vision to the conference kind of derived from that, because I was like, man, if we can have a central place where we can come together as producers. We can sit down in one spot. We can come together as producers and learn about different things. Man, that would be so great. So the vision of this whole conference, this whole producer showcase conference, man, has been almost 4 or 5 years in the making. Seriously, man. I remember the year Chad from Rapzilla, he asked me to come. The year before that, he asked me would I come and be a part of the beat battle. I didn't make it that year. Then the second part, he reached out to me on Twitter again. He was like, man, can you come and be a part of the beat battle? And I said, yeah, let me go ahead and do this because this is the second time. I didn't want to back out the second time. So with me going to the beat battle, that's when it kind of just, I think I kind of just started, having a burden for a part to that. But I said, man, this year at Flavor Fest, I'm gonna start now. That's when the vision, that's when it went to really. I put it down and it started making sense, and I kind of just started persevering toward that. I didn't care if I would have won the beat battle or not. My whole purpose of going to Flavor Fest was to be able to connect with other producers and hopefully be able to find out some way maybe we can make that a part of the track of Flavor Fest the next year. So what happened, I talked to another producer friend of mine that was cool with some of the people that was over at Flavor Fest, ran it by them. They said it was a good idea. A couple of months later, it was like, well, man, they wanted to do something else different. We're not going to be able to fit it in. And so I said, okay, well, I guess, Lord, it ain't going to happen this year. So then another year came past. Another year flew by. And, I always would go to the South by Southwest events. And, I would go to the event and I would just envision, us having a conference, during that time. And I would be sitting in the concert just pitching and just figuring out how the event would even go. You know what I'm saying? And then another year would go by. I would do the same thing. And then and then another year went by. I ended up talking to one of the guys that helps put that actually puts on the Kingdom Experience out of South by Southwest. Shout out to my man Vic. We talked about it, and I think with the conversation that me and him had, I think God was, how you had to stop, you had a red light. I think for about 2, maybe 3 years, God had the stoplight on, and then it went to yellow, and then it went to green. I think by the time me and Vic, when me and Vic had the conversation, I think the light was blinking yellow, headed to green. So in that order, man, it's been like 4 years that this has been in the making, bro. So it ain't nothing that we just came up with and just say, hey, man, let's do a producer conference, man. This mug has been in fruition for 4 years, and I've had so many other people that I've tried to sit down and talk to, help try to get it together. It just didn't work out that way, man. And I know God does everything in His timing. But this has been 4 years we've been trying to put this mug together, man. And thank God, man, by His grace and His goodness, man, we are getting this mug off the ground this year in a couple of weeks, man. So that's how that all came about, bro. I know that was a lot, but
no, but it's good, man, because on my end, I've always wanted to pour back into other DJs, and I never felt like I had the time. Like I always felt like, man, I had to do something local, and we had to meet on a regular basis, yada yada yada. And
right.
when we were talking that day, it just hit me. I was just like, yo, man, like you don't got to try to do everything by yourself, and why not? Like, what better place than to do it at South by Southwest? Because you got all these creative people, all this creative energy already there, and let's try to figure out a way to make it happen, you know. And so, man, I'm grateful, bro. Like, I'm truly thankful that this was able to take place, man. So, for those of you that don't know, maybe you haven't seen the flyers or us promoting it on social media, all of that stuff, man. You got Courtney Orlando. You may have known him as JR. Grammy award-winning producer, Stellar award-winning producer, Dove award-winning producer. Any award you could get, he's won it. For albums he's produced, man. K-Drama, legend. You know what I mean? Legend.
Yeah.
And I think he won the last Rapzilla beat battle. That's what's crazy.
He did.
Yeah.
He did, man. He did. That's right.
So you got K-Drama. You got Sean C. Johnson will be one of the artists performing. You've got R. Swift, another legend. You know what I'm saying? You know, he'll be performing. Levester, dope producer. I've been reading his Facebooks, man. This dude got so much stuff to pour into people. Like, I think he's going. I think he's going to have one of the best workshops, bro.
Man, you know, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, though. And I think that is true. I really believe that, man. Let me tell you that. When I first, you know, I'm originally from New Orleans. We came here after the storm. We came to Texas after the storm.
Yeah.
I was with a group. I'm still with a group. Produced for a group in my church called Sound Minds. And what happened once we kind of got settled in Texas, man, and realized we as a group, man, we just started trying to get back out and minister. So what happened? I met Levester through this guy who booked out the group that I'm with for event. When I first met Levester, bro, like this dude was like the Rodney Jerkins, or he was the Christian music producer in Austin. And truth be told, he still is, even though he stays in San Antonio now. Like, man, this dude, he had worked with everybody in Austin. So Levester a big deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Levester gave me my first Reasons 3 software. And what happened, man, we just had a dope friendship. And Levester is one of those ones, man, and I know if he did the interview, man, I don't believe he would have a problem with me even saying it, but Levester is one of the ones that God allowed me to kind of just, I don't want to say take under my wing, but be one of those ones that he said, I remember we had a conversation and we was just talking about, you know, different things. Because when I first met Levester, you know, he was doing gospel and he was working with secular artists as well. I've always been a producer that worked with Christian artists. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, you know, we had a discussion about it. And long story short, after the conversation, for maybe a couple of weeks ago, man, a couple of weeks after that, we didn't talk. You know, and it wasn't like he was mad. We was mad at that thing. We just was kind of busy with life. He married, got kids. I'm married, we had kids. But what happened, man, he called me, man. He was like, yo, man, Marv, bro, I just want to let you know, man, the conversation we had, man, God really had been just tugging at my heart, man. I think I just said, man, I'm gonna just do strictly gospel music. But he was like, bro, he said, don't forget me. He said, man, I need you to look out for me. And I said, I got you, bro. Levester, I connected Levester with my man Sharif. Sharif Johnson, shout out to Just Advocate Management. Me and Sharif, we go back a lot of years. I connected him with Sharif. Sharif put him in connection. He started doing, before before Cross Movement kind of went under, Levester was doing all of the recording for Cross Movement. You know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of level 316 stuff. They were flying him out to Indiana. He did a lot of mixing his stuff on Swift. He was doing a lot of Swift work, a lot of young stuff for Young Josh. So, and then, man, before you know it, man, Levester just took off. You know what I'm saying? He just took off, man, like God, man, just, you know, he just, like, man, took off, man, and he's been busy, man. He just got nominated for Stella with Electric Spike, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and you know, I say that, not taking no glory from God, you know, by no means, but that's just a part of the ministry aspect of what I do. You know what I'm saying? Or what I believe God called me to do, man. And Levester's one of those, is just a true example. And it was no question when he asked me, he said, man, just look out for them. I got you. You my man. That's without even a question. I didn't even hesitate. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so, man, Levester, we are brothers for real. Like, me and his birthday, like 2, 3, I think Levester, I'm on the 12th. Levester's on the 16th, I believe, of April. You know what I'm saying? I think we're both 39. He on his exercise thing, so we ain't the same size no more. We ain't got no slimmer. You know, so we definitely are kindred spirits for real. Sure. So we got Levester White, and then we got Cadence. Cadence from
Monster,
from Airtight Productions. A lot of people he did the jump for Let's Go Hard. Yep. And he's an MC himself, man. So, and all these dudes are my friends, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when I called them to see if they would be a part, it was just like, without a question, just, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And man, and just the favor that God has given us with these events, man, you know, it's just crazy, man. Wado, I mean, bro, you tell them how we got the building.
Bro,
man, you tell the people how we got the building, man. I'm about to jump out this truck here.
We was literally physically going and calling all over Austin trying to get a venue. And
yes,
we went to Carver, and they said, man, you know, there's a guy. You went to Carver. To Carver, and they said there's a guy named Frank Wilson. I don't think they said Frankie. I think they said Frank Wilson. And
they did say Frank Wilson.
Yeah, he's got this mug booked out for a couple of weeks. Right? And they said, maybe you could work with him to do something. So we like, you know what I mean? Like, so right. I remember Marv called me. You called me, and I'm like, you telling me this story, and he said Frank Wilson. I'm like, Frank Wilson? I said, Frankie Wilson? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, that's my man. That's my dude. Like, Frankie is my guy. Like, that's my guy. So, man, I called Frankie, man, and the beautiful thing about that brother is he is all about the kingdom, dog. Like, Frankie don't care about nothing else but the kingdom. He don't care about no politics. He don't care about business dealings. He don't care about brand recognition. Like, that brother is kingdom. And he was just like, he's like, yo, he's like, how's Saturday morning? I'm like, that's the time we wanted to do this. Like,
that's right. On a Saturday morning.
Like, that was always the vision, was like Saturday morning. So it's, you know, man, sometimes, you know, I'll say this to people listening, man, like, when God has ordained something, like truly ordained something, he just opens doors, and you don't have to, like, knock nothing down or kick nothing down. Because a lot of times, man, we wonder, we got things we want to do, and we like, man, why is this not happening? Am I not trying hard enough? Yo, you just not being patient is really what it is. And God just has to open the door for you. That's what it is. Right. I mean, we work hard. I mean, we both work hard. We grind. We, you know, like this is not easy putting together a conference like this. You know what I mean? Right. It's not easy getting your hands on a machine that we're going to give away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that stuff isn't easy, but God opened these doors, man, and we're just trying to bless people, man, and hopefully pour into the current generation and the next generation of producers, man, so that, you know, man, we can keep glorifying God with these gifts and talents that we all have.
Right. And man, and you know, I think too, you know, I was saying this yesterday too. I was like, man, I remember when I started out, you know what I'm saying, when I first started in it, you know, the dudes that I consider my colleagues, or that was a step a step higher than me. You know, I started when you had Tone Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, not Tone Jones, Tony Stone.
Yep.
Tony Stone.
That's the legend right there, bro. Tony Stone.
Jesus. You know, I know
that boy
Tone
pastoring now.
I hope he listened to this interview. But I am going to shoot my shot that I did send him an inbox on Facebook and sent him a flyer and was like, man, I would love for you to be here.
Man, he pastoring, bro. He too focused on the pastoring, bro.
Yeah, man, I know he is, man, but I'm going to shoot my shot, man, anyway. Tony, if you hearing this, I will make room on the schedule for you, bro, to just talk. We will make room on the schedule for you to talk, my dude. You know, like Tony, he is the legend. He is the legend in this thing, bro. You know, so when you talk about Tony Stone, like Tony Stone is barbershop talk.
Yeah.
He's the kind of person you talk about in the barbershop.
Yeah.
But you know, when I came up, man, you had dudes like Tony Stone. You had JR. You know, Jay when he was really, you know, when So Hot was at its peak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and what I would do as a producer and just how I came up, I just, you know, I would give a courtesy call. When I seen them doing beat sales, I'll try to reach out. I'll reach out to them and say, hey, how much you doing your beat sales for? So I don't go up too far under you, and I don't go too, and then I'm not too high.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a respect that we did.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now these producers these days, man,
they trying to undercut you, bro. It's competitive. They try to undercut you.
That's right. And I could say this because I guess I may be considered a pioneer or somebody that, and you know, that's kind of passing the torch. Man, that's not the kind of respect that there was when we was coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had Israel Music. K-Drama. Yeah. K-Drama. Man, K-Drama probably one of the only two producers that still are selling beats online. Me and Drama, we talked about this maybe about a year ago, or maybe probably a little shorter than that. But we probably one of the only two that still selling tracks online. But we was just talking about how it used to be, man. And you know, and just to keep it real, the money was good.
Yeah.
Everybody was able to eat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Nobody had to be trying to go up under, do no $50 beats and none of that, man. I'm talking about, you know, I can't survive off no $50 beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, because of the respect that everybody has, and then
look,
what happened...
You'd have to sell one every day to survive on that, for real.
Exactly.
With the family and all that, because you got kids, Marv. You got a squad over there, son.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, and I kind of, I guess I would still be kind of considered high as a producer these days.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I the people that got allowed to work with me, man, God set that up. They know I'm going to give them good quality work. People that, you know, I have a clientele that I just work with consistently, and I'm grateful for the people that I've been able to work with. Man, I don't even like to call them artists. I like to call them my friends. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up, tell me they need something, boom, boom, boom. But just my point that I'm making, man, we had a respect that we did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping maybe with this producer conference and, you know, the establishing the unity, maybe we can bring that back.
Bring a lot of that back.
We can respect one another, man. You know, to just reach out. Hey, man, I see you doing the beat sale. How much you charging? Okay, well, you doing the beat sale $150? Okay. All right, well, let me make sure I'm doing around 100. I'm just using for example.
Yep.
Let me stay around 100 line. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, cause I respect you as a producer, but I want both. I you know, at the same time, it's a business for me, and I want to eat. Now, I know we live in a society where it's dog eat dog world, but I'm telling you, what worked in when I first came out, what worked well, and it was a system. It was a system, man. And even for those that I wasn't able to reach out and contact, I always just made sure, because of who this person was, let me just give them the respect that I don't go up under. You know what I'm saying? If I knew Tony Stone was doing a beat sale, man, I respect it. I respect those dudes, so I ain't gonna try to. And another thing was too, at that time, the amount of producers, the circle of producers was so small. It's like everybody kind of knew one another. You know what I'm saying? As you know, everybody kind of knew one another. But now, man, you got producers come out the wazoo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's trying to get on. And I understand the grind and the hustle. I get it. But, man, there's ways of doing it. So I'm hoping, you know, maybe not this year if we can start a step. I'm hoping, man, God can do anything. But I'm just over the years to come, you know what I'm saying, that we can kind of be that united front, you know what I'm saying? And what happened, too, we will make the artists respect us as producers.
You're right.
Because that's what had happened. Because we trying to get on, now you've devalued the music. So the producers, they just trying to get the bang for their buck.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. It's just the nature of business. But, you know what I'm saying, we have the control to be able to shape and mold how that goes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that may sound harsh, but I am adamant about producers, man. I want to be able to see dudes succeed and excel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, golly, man. I mean, it's enough music for everybody to make, and to be able to be blessed and you know, eat from it. So that's what I'm hoping we can do with the event in this year and the years to come, bro. And then next year is gonna be so dope because we're gonna bring in the DJ.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna bring in the DJs. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just makes sense to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wouldn't be for the producers and the DJs, just to keep it a buck, there would be the artists would not be known.
No music.
That's right. No music. If you didn't have the producers to make the music, you didn't have the DJs to spin the music.
Right. Nobody hears it.
The artist would be irrelevant. I'm sorry, artists. You would be irrelevant. You would not be where you are without a DJ Wado or a Marv4MoBeats or JR or Levester or Tone Jones or whoever.
So true.
If you didn't have DJ Jesus Beats, you didn't have you didn't have DJ Sean Blue or DJ I Rock Jesus
or Promote or anybody.
You didn't have DJ Tony Touch.
Yep.
That's a big thing. He's
Tony Tone, Hot 97. Crazy.
Tony Tone, Hot 97 on a Sunday morning. Man, you know how big that platform can be?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That don't happen like that.
No, it don't, man. And I say this all the time, bro. The DJs in Christian rap, we don't get the respect that we deserve, brother.
Yeah, man. You got dudes like DJ Will and, you know, all these dudes, man, that's just, you know, they have these platforms and stuff. You know, yourself, man, you know, you syndicated in how many stations, Widow?
It's like 25, bro.
Come on, man. It wouldn't, you know, the artist wouldn't have a voice. Or the artist wouldn't be an artist without us. So, yeah, man, we bringing in the DJs next year. You know, I know we was talking about that, man. You want to start a record pool, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm overwhelmed, bro. I'm like a sister in Boys Town. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I just think I think it's needed, man. I think a lot of times too, when you really think about it, Marv, there's a level of expertise that some of us, like, bro, I've been DJing professionally for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At a certain point,
wow.
I gotta pour that knowledge into other people, man. I gotta make sure a lot of the lessons and things that I've learned, even simple stuff, how to do business, how to read a crowd, how to prepare for your sets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
man.
professional etiquette of a DJ, how to build your brand. Like all these different things, I'm like, I can't not pass that on to the next generation because a lot of that stuff I had to learn by trial and error. I didn't have nobody to pour that into me, you know?
Right. Man, would you just, I mean, I talk to so many producers and stuff, man. And would you believe that maybe 6 out of the 10 that I talk to are not even signed with a writer society? You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what ASCAP, BMI, CSAC even is. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, and they leaving money on the table.
Leaving money on the table. Even if you haven't even worked with a established artist or producer, you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? That is something. You know, I learned that from my wife. My wife took music business back in New Orleans. My wife been signed to ASCAP almost 16 years.
Wow.
Before she even came out with a song. That was one of the first things she learned when she was in school. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, my wife was the first one I've seen to get a royalty check from overseas. And the thing is, bro, she wrote some songs, and one of these German, French company TV shows or something picked it up online, and bro, she started getting these royalty checks for these nice chunks of money. And I'm like, where are they coming from? We thought maybe they had made an error. We would call it ASCAP, and they were like, no, there's no error. And so she was the first one I seen get a royalty check. She was the first one I knew even talking about royalties, man. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that early on before Marv4MoBeats was even Marv4MoBeats. You know what I'm saying? To do that, because you never know. So, and it's like you say, simple things. To me, that's a simple thing, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know how to read a contract. They don't know, you know what I'm saying, what your royalty should be, what percentage, what is the standard percentage for producing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of stuff we want to be able to bring to the table and, you know, talk about and discuss, man. So with that being said, those that come, don't just come sitting down chilling. Come to write notes. Have your voice recorders out. Have your phone, your recording app, so you can suck up the information. They're going to have 4 sessions that we're going to have. One of the sessions is going to be on time management. K-Drama is teaching on time management. Levester he's teaching on publishing and the business aspect of it. JR, I just had a brain fart. I just wound with blank. JR, he's teaching on branding.
I was going to say building your brand. Yep. Building your brand.
Yep. And then Cadence is teaching about relationship building with the artist. You know what I'm saying? 4 important things that a producer should know about. And there's so many other things that we need to know about. But, you know, due to the time and stuff, we wanted to narrow down what would be the most vital things that you need to know starting out. Next year, we look, you know, Lord's willing, man, we'll be able to do a 4-day event where we'll be able to break off and do sessions and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, come ready to learn something, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to have, you know, in between that, we're going to have R. Swift and Sharon Johnson rocking the mic, two really good friends of mine. Me and Swift, we go back. Swift album, and the Anthem album was my biggest album to date. That was I want to say, I think that's when the Anthem album solidified me as a producer. I believe. You know, it solidified me as a producer. For one thing, because I had like 7 songs on there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, and at that time, Swift was in his, and you know, he in an interview, he might be like, "Joe, I'm still in my prime," but Swift was in his prime.
Yeah, he was killing it.
He was killing it, man. You know, and then he come up with that awesome guy. Anthem was just an all the way around project. You know what I'm saying? That's an album that Levester engineered and recorded and mixed. And my man Israel, he did some Israel music. That's a good friend of mine. He did some jumps on that. So I want to say that was my family's album. That was my crew album. You know, he had West did a track on that. He had Theory did a track on that. But for the most part, he did the bulk of the work. Swift is gonna rock. Then we're gonna have a showcase where everybody, all the speakers and stuff that was at, that spoke at the event, they're gonna get up there and we're gonna, showcase the beats. It's not a beat battle. I don't even like beat battles, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna showcase. We're gonna do a showcase. Let me say this: we got DJ Miss Electric. She's gonna be on the ones and twos. Came up with it. We was able to get a DJ at the last minute. My man, my partner in crime, he won't be able to make it down. Well, I don't know. Let's not say that because something might be in the wind. So we praying against that not coming spirit. we praying against that spirit.
There you go.
That's trying to easily beset thee. You know what I'm saying? But got DJ Miss Electric going to be on the ones and twos, and then the part that I'm excited about is that we're going to do like an open mic joint. I call it an open line where you plug in your phone. You might have some producers in the crowd. They get opportunity, get up, play their beats. You know what I'm saying? It's like Eminem said. You know what I'm saying? What he said. I don't know the lyrics to the song, but I know it had something saying about your only one shot. This may be your only shot. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, get it heard or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you will have that opportunity to, if you're in the crowd, play your beats, get critiques, you know what I'm saying? And, man, just have a good time, So it's going to be great. If you can make it, man, please come through. We're looking forward to you guys. Doors going to open up at 10:30 that morning. We got T-shirt giveaways. We're giving away the machine, the native instant machine joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be great, man. So we would love to see you guys in the building.
That's it, man. March 19th, Carver Cultural Center, Austin, Texas, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free event, man. This is gonna be great, man. Marv, man. Love you and appreciate you, brother.
One more thing.
What we leave out?
Vendors. If you we got vendor spots.
Yes, that's an important part.
You got clothing line. Yeah, man. You got stuff. You're trying to get out in the masses. We got vendor spots available, man. Hit me on either way or up on Facebook inboxes. If you see the flyer, my information is at the bottom of it. But just to give you the information, just in case you don't see that, you can hit me up on my email at m4mproduction@gmail.com. That's M4M production@gmail.com. Hit us up. First come, first serve based on the vendor spot. But yeah, and I think that's it, bro. I think that's it, my dude.
Man, that's what it is, man. Marv, man, love you, brother.
Man, I love you too, Wade, bro. For real, that's real talk right there, my brother.
Real talk, brother. Yeah, we see y'all in Austin.
Peace.
On the way to radio.